The year is 1303, a time of great upheaval and transformation. In the heart of Anatolia, two powerful forces are about to collide, setting the stage for a monumental conflict. On one side stands the mighty Byzantine Empire, an ancient power struggling to hold on to its fading glory. The Byzantines, with their rich history and vast territories, are determined to defend their land. On the other, a new, ambitious force emerges. The nascent Ottoman Empire, led by the visionary Osman Gazi. With dreams of expansion and conquest, the Ottomans are ready to challenge the old order. The Battle of Dimbos is about to begin, a clash that will determine the fate of Anatolia and echo through the corridors of history for centuries to come. This battle is not just a fight for territory, but a struggle for dominance and survival. The outcome of this battle will decide the fate of millions, altering the course of history. The soldiers on both sides are prepared to give their lives for their empires. Will the Byzantines hold back the Ottoman tide, preserving their grip on Anatolia? Their defensive strategies and fortifications are put to the ultimate test. Or will Osman's forces prevail, carving out a new empire from the ashes of the old? The Ottomans' relentless advance and tactical prowess could change the region forever. The stage is set for a confrontation that will reshape the political landscape of the region. The borders of empires will be redrawn and the balance of power will shift dramatically. The air crackles with tension as the two armies prepare for battle. Commanders issue their final orders and soldiers steel themselves for the fight ahead. The fate of empires hangs in the balance. The outcome of this battle will echo through history, shaping the future of Anatolia and beyond. Osman Gazi, the man who would give his name to the Ottoman Empire, was a leader of extraordinary ambition and vision. His story is one of resilience, determination, and strategic brilliance. Born into a world of conflict and change, Osman inherited a small Turkish principality on the frontiers of the crumbling Byzantine Empire. This was a time when the Byzantine Empire was losing its grip on its territories, and various Turkish tribes were vying for power and influence. He quickly proved himself to be a skilled warrior and a shrewd strategist, uniting Turkish tribes under his banner and launching a series of daring raids against Byzantine settlements. His ability to inspire and lead men into battle was unmatched, and his tactical acumen allowed him to outmaneuver his enemies time and again. Osman's ambition was not simply to pillage and plunder, however. He had a grander vision, one that extended beyond the immediate gains of warfare. He dreamed of establishing a lasting empire, one that would unite the Turkish people and bring an end to Byzantine rule in Anatolia. This vision of a unified and powerful state was revolutionary for its time and required not just military might, but also political savvy and diplomatic skill. The Battle of Dimbos would be a crucial test of his leadership and his vision. It was here that Osman would demonstrate his ability to not only lead his men into battle, but also to inspire them with his vision of a new order. His piercing gaze reflects his determination to triumph over the Byzantine Empire and establish a new order in Anatolia. This determination and his unwavering commitment to his vision would lay the foundations for what would become one of the most powerful empires in history, the Ottoman Empire. Once the undisputed master of the Eastern Mediterranean, the Byzantine Empire in 1303 was a shadow of its former self. Centuries of internal strife, external threats, and economic decline had taken their toll. The once mighty Byzantine armies were depleted and demoralized, their coffers emptied by constant warfare. The emperors, once all-powerful rulers, were now forced to contend with rebellious nobles and encroaching enemies on all sides. The once vibrant heartland of Anatolia, once the breadbasket of the empire, was now overrun by Turkish raiders, its cities and towns vulnerable to attack. The once extensive territories of the Byzantine Empire have shrunk, a testament to its waning power and a grim harbinger of the challenges it faces. The plains of Dimbos, located near the modern-day city of Bursa, provided a dramatic backdrop for this clash of civilizations. The terrain, a rolling expanse of grassland, offered no natural barriers and favored the mobile tactics of the Turkish forces. The Byzantines, under the command of an experienced but aging general, arrived first and took up a defensive position on a slight rise. Their hope was to use their superior discipline and heavier armor to withstand the Turkish onslaught. The sun beat down on the parched earth, a silent witness to the impending clash. The tension was palpable as both sides prepared for a battle that would decide the fate of a region. Section 5. Clash of Arms. The battle unfolds. The battle began with a hail of arrows from the Turkish horse archers, a tactic designed to harass and disrupt the Byzantine lines. The Byzantine infantry, protected by their shields and armor, held their ground, but the constant rain of arrows took its toll. Osman, a master of both cavalry and psychological warfare, then unleashed his main weapon, a thundering charge of Turkish horsemen. They crashed into the Byzantine lines with ferocious speed and power, their scimitars flashing in the sunlight. The air was filled with the deafening clash of steel on steel, the cries of the wounded, and the thunder of hooves. Section 6. Osman's Triumph, a Decisive Victory. The Byzantine infantry, though outnumbered, fought bravely, but they were no match for the ferocity and determination of the Ottoman warriors. The Turkish cavalry, skillfully maneuvering and exploiting gaps in the Byzantine lines, inflicted heavy casualties. The Byzantine morale, already low, began to crumble as the tide of battle turned against them. Panic spread through the ranks, and the once proud Byzantine army dissolved into a chaotic rout. The Ottoman victory at Dimbos was decisive. The Byzantines suffered heavy losses and were forced to retreat in disarray. Section 7. Expanding Horizons, the Spoils of War. The victory at Dimbos had far-reaching consequences. It marked a turning point in the struggle for control of Anatolia, signaling the decline of Byzantine power and the rise of the Ottoman Empire. The victory also provided the Ottomans with a strategic foothold in the region, allowing them to capture the important city of Bursa just a few years later. The capture of Bursa, which would become the first Ottoman capital, gave Osman's forces control of key trade routes and access to the rich resources of Western Anatolia. It also served as a powerful symbol of Ottoman might, attracting new recruits and allies to Osman's banner. The once shrinking Byzantine territories are now being steadily consumed by the expanding Ottoman domains. Section 8. Legacy of a Leader. Osman Gazi's enduring impact. Osman Gazi, the victor of Dimbos, would not live to see the full extent of his achievements. He died in 1326, but his legacy was secure. He had laid the foundations for a powerful empire that would dominate the region for centuries. He is remembered as Osman I, the founder of the Ottoman dynasty, a dynasty that would produce some of the most powerful and influential rulers in history. His descendants would go on to conquer Constantinople, the heart of the Byzantine Empire, and establish an empire that stretched from the gates of Vienna to the Persian Gulf. His enduring legacy is a testament to his leadership, his vision, and his unwavering determination. Section 9. Conclusion. Dimbos, a turning point in history. The Battle of Dimbos was not just a military engagement. It was a significant event that altered the course of history. It was a clash of civilizations where two mighty forces met on the battlefield, each vying for dominance. This battle represented a pivotal moment in the ebb and flow of empires, a turning point that would shape the future of the region. It marked the beginning of the end for the Byzantine Empire in Anatolia, signaling a decline that would eventually lead to its fall. Simultaneously, it heralded the emergence of a new power on the world stage, the Ottoman Empire, which would rise to prominence and reshape the region. The victory at Dimbos paved the way for the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople, a monumental event that would change the course of history. This victory also led to the transformation of the Eastern Mediterranean as the Ottomans expanded their influence and control over the region. The political landscape of the region was forever altered, with new borders being drawn and old ones erased, shaping the history of the area for centuries to come. The echoes of that fateful day on the plains of Dimbos can still be felt today, as the landscape bears silent witness to the events that unfolded. The plains stand as a silent testament to the clash of empires, a reminder of the battles fought and the lives lost in the pursuit of power. The enduring power of human ambition is etched into the very soil of Dimbos, a legacy that continues to inspire and remind us of our shared history.